Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. It's time to talk about England, and it's time for Thomas Tuchel to pick his first England squad next week as well. So what decisions he can make, figuring out what players I think will fit really well into Tuchel's system, who's playing really well right now and stuff like that, and like what players are making the biggest argument for themselves to get into the team. And if you're not injured right now, like Lewis Hall just got injured. It was a perfect time for Lewis Hall to grab that left back spot by the rough of the neck and go, yeah, you are mine, because like no one else is really challenging for that left back spot apart from Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall was the main shout, the main argument. There's a few other players in there, but for me, Lewis Hall was the man. He was the guy taking it forward. Obviously, Thomas Tuchel's football, it is going to be that five at the back. We know it's going to be five at the back. We know England has done well at five at the back. I think Harry Maguire has done really well in United's five at the back to get his place in there. You can also say stuff like Gehi, Stones. I think Tomori might get given more of a shout with Thomas Tuchel being a foreign manager. He can outlook more into Europe. Obviously Bellingham, but most likely to go in there. We love Kane, but it's time to think about stuff like Kane's successor. And I think Liam Delap is making a big argument to be Kane's successor. Rashford's playing really well right now to make an argument maybe to get back in the England squad for himself. I think his move to Villa has done him really well. But let's start in net. We've got goalkeepers. We've got goalkeepers, and it's the easiest play to talk about because we know it's going to be Pickford. We know it has to be Pickford. We know Pickford's England's best goalkeeper. It's not an argument. It's just fact. I think Trafford can go as backup. I think Trafford's done well enough. He's done well enough in the Championship this year. He's improved as a player a lot in the Championship this year. And then for me, it's Henderson. Henderson is that third man that we need to bring. I don't think anyone else has really made a big enough argument for themselves. Obviously, Ramsdale and Johnston out of the picture now. Pope out of the picture, really. He's not had enough game time. Getting replaced by Trafford anyway. So yeah, I think it would be Pickford, Trafford and Henderson as the three main goalkeepers. I'm talking about left back, not knowing what we're going to do at left back. I think it's a good chance for one of the right backs to make their argument to play there. I think Trent has it quite unlocked, but I mean Wan-Bissaka's been playing there right now as well for West Ham, and he's not been doing a bad job. Is it finally Wan-Bissaka's time to get a bit of a chance in the England squad? We'll wait and see. Livramento could even make a shout for himself, playing as a left back in there as well. It's versatility, and that's what is needed. It's hard to say like who's at like a major, like yeah, you could have a good shout at getting in there. Lewis Hart left back was my like number one choice. There will be another one in there. There will be someone else that like Rico Lewis could potentially go there. But yeah, defenders for me, I say we need like 6 defenders, at least 6 centre backs. So maybe Maguire, Stones, Gehi. And it starts to get a bit difficult of who else you would bring. I'm not on that. I think like it's a good argument for who could get them other roles. Maybe Colwell can give himself a shout in there. Maybe Tomori. There is quite a few good shouts that could end up having that shout or getting into the team. I've already spoke about the attack there's been plenty of options, but in the midfield, I think Gallagher's doing well enough for. I mean, he's already played under Tuchel, but he's doing well enough for Atletico to bring him shout back into it. Declan Rice, obviously, Bellingham, obviously, and then I say attacking mids. That's where the juicy bit is. That's where the juicy talk is, because we've got Palmer, but he's not firing right now as well. Rodgers is really firing right now, and Rodgers can make an argument for himself in just that alone. I think Jack Grealish could play really well in that role as well. Even if people are slating him right now for being on benders, whatever, let him enjoy his life, man. Let him enjoy his life. He's a footballer. He needs a bit of time to enjoy. And I obviously used to give me people pass me like Phil Foden. Obviously, he's a very good shout for that role. Mason Mount played really well in that role. Obviously, I don't think Mason Mount anywhere near that now. But if you see the players that he had playing well were Mount, Havertz, and Werner. And now he's absolutely jumped up a level. We've got Kane in there with maybe like a Liam Delap and Ollie Watkins, stuff like that, who's trading in for each other. Bowen would do really well in that attacking mid role, just behind the striker, helping the striker out. Rodgers, Palmer, Foden, Eze. I think that is our deepest wealth. Anthony Gordon as well. There's a lot of options. There's a lot of positivity. Whatever team Tuchel does pick, I'm gonna be happy seeing it. I think Trent is definitely. I think Trent is a nailed on one for me. I think Declan Rice is probably a nailed on one for me. He just knows how to come up and down the pitch. Maguire is probably nailed on for me. I think it's about having a strong spine. If you're talking about having a strong spine, it's Pickford and net. It's Maguire as your central defender of the three. Rice in the midfield, alongside Bellingham in the midfield. Bellingham could even play in that 10 position further up, and then Kane up front. It's about having that solid spine. It's about having that solid spine, having a bit of creativity around it to change things up and be able to fix things when things aren't going right. Just make a little tweak there and tweak there and tweak there and see what happens. And I think Tuchel's smart enough to know how to do this, and it's a good little starting point for him. We'll wait and see who he picks next week. Let me know who you want to see in England squad. That's all we got to say. Thank you for watching the video, guys. If you like the video, please leave a like and see more. Subscribe because there's more on the channel every single day. Thank you for watching, guys, and hopefully I do catch you next time. Cheers.